Morning guys, how are you? I wanted to jump on and do this really quick message to talk to people who look at other people's marriages and are jealous and are envious and will sit there and say, well, why is their marriage like this and mine isn't? Husbands that say, why is my wife like this, and why isn't she like that other wife? Wives that say the same thing about their husbands.
We'll just keep on praising him, raise him up. Oh yeah, you see people taking their place in your love. Oh yeah, as you keep your light in our lives from above. Oh yeah, you just spark the fire that fires me up. Oh yeah.
Let me tell you something. The seeds that you sow in your marriage are what you are going to reap most of the times. And most of the times when you're looking at a relationship, at a marriage that has gone through the test of time, that has lasted years, 10, 20, 30 years, and they are solid as a rock and they are best friends, it's easy to sit back and just think that that just happened. Let me make something completely clear to you. Great marriages don't just happen. Great marriages take so much work. So much work. You're looking at somebody's marriage and you're seeing the beauty, but you don't know the ugly stuff that they've gone through to hold on and come through a storm and have something beautiful. You don't know the decisions that they made when things were tough and they decided, you know what, we are going to hold on to this. You don't know the tears that they cried. You don't know the times when they just decided they were going to sow. Rather than shouting, they were going to sow seeds of peace. They were going to be quiet. Rather than walking away, they were going to sow seeds of commitment. Rather than being angry, they were going to sow seeds of unity. They sowed seeds that are paying off. They decided that they were going to put each other first. They decided that they were going to love against all odds. They were decided that when others was going to walk away, they were going to stay there. They really held on. They decided when others would give up, they were going to pray. They were going to allow their spouse to go through their journey and believe that God was going to do something in their home. They did that. They chose that. They had the opportunity to walk away. They had the opportunity to scream and shout. They had the opportunity to go around and badmouth each other. They had that same opportunity. But a lot of times they didn't do that. They held on. They stuck it out and they chose to become best friends, and they looked at each other every day and say, you know what, let's give it another shot. This time let's try harder. This time let's work harder. This time let's choose peace. This time let's choose unity. This time I'm going to try my best to make you happy. Even though you hurt me yesterday, I'm going to choose forgiveness. That is why they have this marriage. That is why. So if you're married or you're getting into marriage and you just think that love is going to happen, you just think that a great marriage is just going to fall on your lap, let me make it clear to you. Great marriages take work. Every single great thing that you see in this life has been born out of struggle, has been born out of a test, has been born out of real work, has been born out of sacrifice. And if you're not willing to do that, but then you're quick to look around at everybody else's marriages and be jealous and come back home and make it out like it's somebody else's fault, then that's on you. At the end of the day, you put in what you want to get out. And yeah, it's not an exact science. Some things are just not meant to work, but you have to look within your marriage and you have to say, what are the things that I'm doing wrong? What are the things that we're not getting right? Are we not communicating well together? How do I always respond to things? Am I taking the time to really understand what makes my spouse tick? How can I get the best out of my spouse? How can I get the best out of my marriage? Am I always playing the victim? Am I quick to anger? If you're not ready to check yourself, then you will continue to look at everybody else's marriage and think that they're great. The grass is always greener, but the grass is greener when that person takes the time to fertilize their ground, to mow the grass, to look after the plants. If you're not taking the time to look after your marriage, to service your marriage, to check your marriage and say, you know what, how can I make this better? Then yes, everybody else's marriage will look better. It will look great. You know, and I want to say to the men that are looking at me as well and come to me and say, oh, you know, I wish my wife would be more like you. You're so this, you're doing great things. You're out here doing these videos. You're so full of confidence. Let me tell you something. I have an amazing husband who fills me with so much love and so much confidence, who tells me every day that I can do to be the best woman that I can be. He supports me in the home. He will cook. He will clean. He will help me take care of the children. He will drive me around. He will do whatever it takes. My projects are his projects. My dreams are his dreams. He allows me to be a great woman. So don't even look at me. You know, don't look at other women who are doing fantastic things and be envious of them. Know that behind them and in front of them and around them is an amazing man that is encouraging them, and that has enough grace and enough strength within them to say, I want my wife to do well. I want my wife to be great. I want my wife to be happy. It all starts with you. And too many of us are blaming each other. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because he does that. That's why I react like this. It's because he does this. That's why our marriage is like this. You take ownership of your own marriage. You decide what you want, and you make the changes that you need to make. You need to make the changes that you need to make and stop blaming everybody else. If you want a great marriage, you and your spouse sit down, you guys decide it, and you work towards it. And where there's issues, you pull down your walls of pride, and you change together, and you make it work together. Marriage is work. There's no hiding from it. There's no running from it. It's the absolute truth. And if you're not prepared to put in that work, then you will just keep looking on at everybody else with jealousy, and you'll never own it for yourself. All right, guys, it's just a very quick video. I hope you're all well. Go ahead and follow this page. If you're not, share this video with whoever you feel needs to hear it. And also, there's more videos on my website, which is www.marriageforreal.co.uk. Have a blessed and amazing day.